Thanks for visiting our YouTube channel. Here are the NBA regular season standings update on the NBA games results today, the updated NBA team standings, and the game schedule for tomorrow, February 22, 2026.
Here are the NBA games results today, February 21, 2026. In the first of 9 NBA games played today, the Cleveland Cavaliers remains undefeated with James Harden era, as the Cavs won their 7th straight game and defeated the Charlotte Hornets on the road with a final score of 118-113. NBA All-Star Donovan Mitchell was the top scorer for the Cleveland Cavaliers with 32 points and 4 assists, followed by Jarrett Allen with 26 points and 14 rebounds, while James Harden finished the game with 18 points and 8 assists. For the Charlotte Hornets, NBA rookie Con Newpol was the top scorer for Charlotte with 33 points including 7 three-pointers made, and LaMelo Ball added 18 points, but mightily struggled on the floor as he only made 4 of his 17 basketball attempts. In NBA game number 2, the Washington Wizards gets their back-to-back victory versus the Indiana Pacers with a final score of 130-118. Alonzo Williams top scored for the Washington Wizards with 25 points along with 10 rebounds, followed by Sharif Cooper with 18 points, and Tristan Vucevic scored 14 points. For the Indiana Pacers, Jay Huff was their leading scorer with 22 points, while Quentin Jackson finished the game with 21 points. For the third game, the Memphis Grizzlies took care of business at home as they dominated the second half to hold off the visiting Utah Jazz with a final score of 123-114. Olivier Maxence Prosper was the top scorer for the Memphis Grizzlies with 23 points, followed by Gigi Jackson II with 20 points, and Javon Small 16 points. For the Utah Jazz, Isaiah Collier led the team in scoring with 24 points, and Ace Bailey finished the game with 20 points. In the fourth NBA live game results today, the Miami Heat opens and closed out the game strong on the road, as Miami gets an easy victory over the Atlanta Hawks with a final score of 128-97. Tyler Herro returns to action for the Miami Heat and was the leading scorer with 24 points on an efficient 9 of 14 field goals attempts, followed by Bam Adebayo with 17 points along with 8 rebounds, and Norman Powell contributes 15 points. For the Atlanta Hawks, Onyeka Okongwu led Atlanta in scoring with 22 points, and CJ McCollum finished the game with 20 points. For game number 5, the Minnesota Timberwolves notches their 3rd win in a row, as they defeated the struggling Dallas Mavericks at home with a final score of 122-111. 2026 NBA All-Star MVP, Anthony Edwards, was the top scorer in this game as he unloaded 40 points including 5 three-pointers made, followed by a strong double-double performance from Rudy Gobert with 22 points and 17 rebounds, while Naz Reid added 21 points and 7 boards. For the Dallas Mavericks, veteran Chris Middleton was the top scorer for Dallas with 18 points, and Najee Marshall finished the game with just 15 points. The Dallas Mavericks now lost 10 straight basketball games. For the 6th NBA game results today, the Milwaukee Bucks played a terrific 4th quarter as they pull away late to get their 3rd consecutive victory in the expense of the New Orleans Pelicans, with a final score of 139-118. Ryan Hollins continues to play well for the Milwaukee Bucks with 27 points including 7 three-pointers made, followed by Cam Thomas, who shared game high-scoring top honors with 27 points, and Kevin Porter Jr. chipped in with 25 points and 7 assists. For the New Orleans Pelicans, Zion Williamson had a great game and led all scorers with 32 points on a very efficient 13 of 17 shooting from the floor, and Saddiq Bey finished the game with 22 points. In game number 7, the West number 1 team Oklahoma City Thunder had a great defensive second quarter, limiting the Nets to just 10 points as OKC Thunder wins comfortably at home against the Brooklyn Nets with a final score of 105-86. Jared McCain was the top scorer for Oklahoma City with 21 points, followed by Chet Holmgren with 15 points and Isaiah Joe 11 points. For Brooklyn, Michael Porter Jr. was the top scorer for the Nets with 22 points and 9 rebounds, while Nolan Troy chipped in with 17 points. In the 8th NBA game results today, the visiting Denver Nuggets completely annihilated the Portland Trail Blazers in every quarter, as the Nuggets got a 54-point victory over the Portland Trail Blazers with a final score of 157-103. Three-time NBA MVP Nikola Jokic led the Denver Nuggets with another all-around performance of 32 points, 9 rebounds, and 7 assists, followed by Jamal Murray with 25 points, and Tim Hardaway Jr. added 19 points in just 19 minutes of playing time. For Portland, Drew Holiday was the top scorer for the Trail Blazers with 19 points, while NBA All-Star Denny Abdallah added 15 points, 8 rebounds, and 13 assists in a losing effort. And in the 9th and final NBA game results today, the Los Angeles Lakers leaned on Luka Doncic at home, as the LA Lakers beats the Los Angeles Clippers with the final score of 125-122. Luka Doncic led all scorers with 38 points on his return, and also added 6 rebounds and 11 assists. Austin Reeves also had a big night with 29 points, while the King, LeBron James, chipped in with a double-double performance of 13 points and 11 assists. For the Los Angeles Clippers, Kawhi Leonard was the top scorer with 31 points, but had to leave the game in the fourth quarter with an ankle soreness and did not return, while new recruit Benedict Mathurin added 26 points, but fouled out in the fourth period as the LA Clippers lost 2 of their best scorers late in the fourth that ultimately cost them the game.
What happened to the Mavs? 10-game losing streak? Really? Anyway, let's dive in and take a quick and closer look at the update NBA standings as of today, February 21, 2026.
Here is the updated NBA standings as of today, February 21st, 2026. In the Eastern Conference, the Detroit Pistons is still at number 1 in the East with 41 wins and 13 losses and have won 4th straight game. At number 2 is the Boston Celtics with 36 wins and 19 defeats and have won 2 games in a row. Moving up at the 3rd spot in the NBA East standing today is the red-hot Cleveland Cavaliers with a record of 36 wins and 21 losses and on a 7-game winning streak. Sliding down to the 4th place is the New York Knicks with a record of 35 wins and 21 losses. Still at the 5th spot in the East is the Toronto Raptors with 33 wins and 23 defeats. At number 6 in the Eastern Conference standing as of today is the Philadelphia 76ers with a record of 30 wins against 25 defeats. At number 7 is the Orlando Magic with 29 victories against 25 losses. At the 8th spot in the East is the Miami Heat with 30 wins and 27 losses and have won 2 straight games. At number 9 in the NBA East standings is the Atlanta Hawks with 27 victories and 31 losses. At 10th place is the Charlotte Hornets with a record of 26 wins and 31 defeats and on a 2-game losing streak. At number 11 in the East NBA standings today is the Milwaukee Bucks with 24 wins and 30 losses and on a 3-game winning run. At the 12th spot is another struggling team, the Chicago Bulls with a record of 24 wins and 32 losses and on a 7-game losing streak. Moving up to number 13 in the East is the Washington Wizards with 16 wins and 39 defeats and on a 2-game winning streak. At the 14th place is the Brooklyn Nets with 15 wins and 39 losses and have lost back-to-back basketball games. And at number 15 and the very bottom of the Eastern Conference NBA team standings as of today is the Indiana Pacers with a record of 15 wins and 42 defeats and have lost 2 straight games. In the Western Conference standings as of today, February 21st, the Oklahoma City Thunder is still at the top of the NBA West standing as of today, with 42 wins and 14 losses. At number 2 is the red-hot San Antonio Spurs with 39 wins and 16 losses and on a 7-game winning streak. At the 3rd spot in the Western Conference standings is the Denver Nuggets with a record of 36 wins and 21 losses. At the 4th place in the West NBA standings today is the Houston Rockets with 34 wins and 20 defeats. At number 5 is the Los Angeles Lakers with 34 wins against 21 defeats and have won back-to-back games. At the 6th spot is the Minnesota Timberwolves with 35 victories and 22 losses and have won 3 straight games. At number 7 in the NBA West standing today is the Phoenix Suns with a record of 32 wins and 24 defeats and have lost 2 games in a row. At the 8th place is the Golden State Warriors with 29 wins and 27 defeats and on a 2-game losing streak. At the 9th spot in the West is the LA Clippers with 27 wins and 29 defeats. At number 10 in the Western Conference NBA standings today is the Portland Trail Blazers with a record of 27 wins and 30 losses. At the 11th place is the Memphis Grizzlies with 21 victories against 33 defeats. At number 12 in the West is the Dallas Mavericks with 19 wins and 36 defeats and have lost 10 games in a row. At the 13th spot in the NBA West standings today is the Utah Jazz with 18 wins and 39 losses and on a 2-game losing streak. At number 14th spot is the New Orleans Pelicans with 15 wins and 42 defeats and on a 2-game losing streak. And at number 15 and the last place in the West NBA standings as of today is the Sacramento Kings with 12 wins and 45 defeats and on a season-high 15 games losing streak. Here are the NBA regular season games schedule for tomorrow Sunday, February 22, 2026. The NBA has 6 NBA live games scheduled for tomorrow, as the Phoenix Suns versus the Orlando Magic kick things off at 6 a.m. at the Phoenix Arena in Arizona. For NBA game number 2, the Philadelphia 76ers will be in New Orleans to play versus the Pelicans at the Smoothie King Center at 8 a.m. For the third game, the red-hot San Antonio Spurs will try to extend their winning run to 8 games, and most probably they would, as they host the worst team in the NBA today, the Sacramento Kings at 9 a.m. For the fourth game, also at 9 a.m., the East number 1 Detroit Pistons will be on the road as they play versus the Chicago Bulls at the United Center. For NBA match number 5, the Miami Heat will be at home at the Kaseya Center as they host the visiting Memphis Grizzlies at 9 a.m. And for the last NBA game scheduled tomorrow, Kevin Durant and the rest of the Houston Rockets will hit the road as they play at the Mecca of basketball, the Madison Square Garden Arena, versus the host New York Knicks at 9:30 a.m.
That's it for today's quick NBA basketball updates. Please give us a like and subscribe to our YouTube channel, iForbes Sports, for your daily dose of NBA highlights games recap. This is your iForbes Sports AI news reporter, Sofia, saying, let's play some balls. Peace out.